Namaskaram everyone. I'm doing the Nakshatra series and today is a long awaited Nakshatra, our favorite deity's Nakshatra, the Nakshatra of Krishna himself, the Rohini Nakshatra. The Rohini Nakshatra is all about the chariot. He's the Rath, he's the driver of our life. So, Prajapatehe Rohini Apaha Parasta dosha vastat. The procreator's arousal needs moisture for plants. If I have to talk about Rohini Nakshatra specifically, Rohini's actual god is Prajapati, and this refers to the Brahma, the entire universe, the cosmos. The word Prajapati is compound of the word Praja and Apati, means the first part of Praja means the procreation, the progeneration, the production, and the second part Apati means increasing, moving forward. Hence Rohini Nakshatra is associated with beautification, it is associated with progeny, it is associated with recreation, it is associated with rising. So Rohana means to rise and Rohini indicates an aroused person. Here arousal is not always sexual. An aroused person means a person whose energies are very high and is always rising up. So the word ruhana or akarshan, okay, is often associated with the color red, okay, and the color is of blushing and passion. So ruhana, that is Rohini, is often associated with beauty, it is associated with passion, it is associated with that driving force to look ahead, move ahead and rise up. Apaha also means the water element, the moisture, the fluidity, the lubrication, okay, and the water is the solvent which enables all the creative ingredients to come together, interact and combine in your system to produce life. So Apaha is always a very female divinity, okay, in the Vedic mind. So Rohini is actually a female nakshatra of fertility. So and female fertility requires moisture and lubrication. That is all about Rohini Nakshatra. Now if I have to talk about Bhagwan Shri Krishna, so Bhagwan Shri Krishna was the only complete Purusha in this entire cosmos or Shrishti that had a balance, that had the balance of that aspect of the day and the night, that could create a transformation, that could create a regeneration through his creativity. So Aushadya again means, Aushadya is the quickening, the stimulating, the arousing life force. So Shri Krishna is that stimulating, arousing life force in that body which always directs you to your soul goal. He creates that energy in you that will attract the right set of people in your life so that you are able to accomplish dharma. So, like for example, vegetables, herbs, they nourish and sustain life, called Aushadha. And this word Aushadha is also represented and is related to Lord Krishna, because Lord Krishna has that healing ability, or Lord Krishna's blessing is that healing which heals the water element within you, which heals the emotional element within you, because our emotions are always fluctuating. But Shri Krishna, the Rohini Nakshatra, represents our emotional balance. So Shri Krishna balances the emotional aspect and regenerates the emotional aspect of the human mind towards what is required for you to win the battle of your life. if you are an over emotional person, for example, and if you are somewhere backing out from your dharma, Rohini Nakshatra will balance that emotional aspect within you and will direct you just like Arjuna was directed in Mahabharata. Now, we spoke about the highest form of healing or Aushadha, which is Rohini Nakshatra, the healing which is coming directly from Narayan himself. The element in your body which needs the maximum protection and direction is the emotion. And also, if I have to look at the Rohini Nakshatra, so the procreator, that is a female who is also a Prajapati, needs arousing element, energy, Shakti woman who is a Rohini, needs water which is apas to bring things to life, that is Aushadha. So the interpretive is very easy. Rohini Nakshatra is welcome wherever there is a creative element of passion, attraction, there is a requirement of an implementation that needs your creative side. This is almost everywhere except where there is an unbiased and dispassionate behavior and thought is needed. So feminine and the benedictive planets bring out the beautiful, inspirational, creative potential of Rohini. And you might have also noticed those people with Rohini Nakshatra will be extremely creative in their business. They will be extremely creative in writing, for example, books. They can be good poets. They can be into art. They can be into instruments. They can be into music. Okay, so especially what is the inspirational planet? The inspirational planets are Venus and Moon. So the masculine and the malefic planets as well as the nodes aren't as productive here. Okay, it is only the feminine planets like Moon and Venus or Rahu also to some extent will bring out the creative side, because this is an extremely feminine element, the emotional element of every human being that creates, that procreates, that regenerates ideas and brings the balance within you, which is required for you to live a spiritual life. And of course, if I have to look at the life lessons that the Rohini Nakshatra people have to learn, that you cannot, of course, grow crops without water. So one lesson this sutra teaches is that we shouldn't expect anyone to be beautiful towards you all the time, inspire you all the time, stimulate you all the time. It is that self-driven force within you that should enable that balance of your emotions. Okay, so it is not even your partner that enables you in any way. It is you who has to arouse yourself, who has to create that attention, affection and practical care, what we call as self-care within yourself. So Rohini Nakshatra teaches you self-care. It teaches you unconditional love with yourself. Often I've seen with Rohini Nakshatra people is that if they get into any sort of twin flame relationship or they're getting into some sort of a toxic relationship, what saves them from their emotional turmoil is their own self-respect and self-care and self importance. Okay, so the water we usually pour into our partners benefits us definitely, but as much as it benefits them, the crops that flourish out of that relationship, okay, that crop that pops up from that relationship is because of this Rohini Nakshatra. It is because you have the ability to keep your partner happy, give them that flavor and give them that nutrition. So usually people with Rohini Nakshatra can balance their relationships pretty well, because they know exactly when and where they need to focus on themselves, and they also know when and where to establish the harmony with their partners. Another lesson that these people in this world especially in the feminine role, they have to learn is that you have to keep looking beautiful. You have to keep, I don't mean beauty by your looks, but it means that beautiful in and out. Okay, you have to keep looking inspirational. You have to keep looking arousing. Again, here is not in a sexual text, but it is something that gives energy to somebody, that positivity to somebody. Okay, that's stimulating and creative. Will always, like everybody craves for water, right? Everybody wants water. Everybody gets thirsty. So you are that energy that actually that energy which is very fulfilling. Okay, you are very fulfilling to those people who are craving for water, attention, affection. So this craving can easily it can sometimes make a person very dysfunctional. Just imagine a person who's in extreme need of an emotional balance, an extreme need of emotional support. The people with Rohini Nakshatra can provide them that, okay, because they have that positive energy to balance the emotions in such a manner that the moment somebody comes and talks to a Rohini Nakshatra person, he will go back with full of life, full of energy, full of inspiration, full of emotions, full of positivity. Okay, Rohini Nakshatra people will have a lot of hunger for love. Okay, because they kind of are the source of water, they are the source of emotions. Okay, so the love will be on their prime. It will be like on their radar. It will be like they would want to give away love unconditionally to people, to support people, and they will also attract people who are emotionally very, very disturbed.